Okay, so it's Friday afternoon and we could all use a little mood boost heading into the weekend, right?
Yes, exactly. I spoke with Dr. Pete Loper, a physician with a focus on mental health and wellness, about ways to sort of get the serotonin flowing.
There are 6 research-based ways to boost your mood and quickly. Dr. Pete Loper says each of these things takes little to no effort, but makes a big difference in the way we feel. First up, take a cold shower.
If you turn that cold water on and you get in, it actually will release a little dopamine and maybe even a little norepinephrine, but really it's the dopamine that's going to make you feel good. And that feeling of boosting your mood is kind of sustained for a few hours after you take that cold shower, believe it or not.
His warning, though, do it with intention. There's a fine line between raising your anxiety level in the cold and doing something you know will help your mind and body. Second, get early morning sunlight exposure.
That first early morning sunlight, it's really, really important because it sets your circadian cycling, it sets your sleep cycle. And we all know the direct correlation between good sleep and good mood. The other thing too is that the early morning sunlight stimulates a little serotonin release, and serotonin is one of those neurohormones or neurotransmitters in our brain that makes you feel good.
So while you're sipping your coffee or your tea in the morning, make sure you open up the curtains and really soak it in.
Yeah, and the best thing to do is actually go outside and kind of be present in the sunlight. Sometimes those windows that we have in our houses, they have some UV protection, and so it's actually nice. It's more effective to go outside and sit on the porch and get that early morning sunlight on your face.
Open those eyes and make eye contact. That's third on the list.
Okay, so this is huge, right? And so we were in the isolation epidemic before COVID started. Now we're even more isolated, and human beings are inherently social creatures. Anytime a human being is isolated, your mood's going to suffer. And so one of the most important ways to make sure that you're engaging with other people is just look them in the eyes. Making that meaningful eye contact, it also releases a neurotransmitter, a neurohormone called oxytocin. And that oxytocin actually really does boost your mood and makes you feel better.
Making eye contact with somebody can really change you.
Yeah, it can change your emotional state, change you in a meaningful way, especially if you're having good conversation. It's not just the superficials, hey, how are you doing, kind of thing. You sit down with intention, make eye contact, and engage in that conversation.
Fourth, give and receive a hug.
Yeah, again, human beings are inherently social creatures. So that hug, it's like another oxytocin boost. That personal contact, it reinforces the sense of belonging and connection and boosts that oxytocin and can make you feel really, really good.
And if you're not willing to touch people just yet, fifth on the list of mood boosters is pet your animal.
Yeah, so petting your animal, it's the same kind of process. And in fact, the domestication of dogs, it occurred because the dogs kind of hijacked our oxytocin pathway. We made eye contact with dogs, and there were certain dogs that were more, or wild, dogs that were more prone to sustain that eye contact with humans. And they were selectively bred, and now we have domesticated dogs. But yes, so pet your animals, make eye contact with your animals, snuggle, cuddle with your animals. It releases a number of feel-good hormones and neurotransmitters, not the least of which is oxytocin once again.
And finally, be intimate with your partner. Kind of self-explanatory.
Again, we're inherently social creatures. Marvin Gaye was a very smart man. He knew exactly what he's talking about. So yeah, take that time out of your day to be intimate with your partner with intention.
And what does that do for our mood?
Yeah, so it's still like kind of the same neurotransmitter cascade. It's going to bump dopamine. You're going to get a good hit of oxytocin. The other thing too is there's a lot of endorphins that are released by being intimate with your partner. And so that process is just really, really important to not only make sure that you're feeling good in the moment, but also to sustain that meaningful relationship with your partner. And that's super important, not just in the moment, but for long-term, for sustained health and well-being.